All right, hello out there everyone. Dan Wagner here with Primetime Players Basketball Court. I've got with me as a demonstrator Emma Wagner. It's my daughter. She's currently playing college basketball in lacrosse at Viterbo University and has 193 made three-pointers in her high school career at Valders High School, most in school history, and a member of the 1,000-point club at Valders. So what we are going to do today is we're going to talk about several fundamentals involved in a typical basketball shot. So here we go, let's get started. All right, first step is you're in the game, you're a player, and the ball is going to get passed to you, and the first step in shooting is preparing yourself for the catch. So whether you're coming off a screen or you're just waiting at a spot, first thing is you got to get your body in motion. You don't want to be standing flat-footed when you catch a basketball. Also, we want you to reach your hands out to meet the ball with your fingertips and try to catch it in the place that you want it to be right away. So let's take a look at how that can look. So get your feet going, get your body in motion, and reach out and grab it. All right, next part of the shot after the catch is going to be your footwork. And so for your footwork, what we want to see you do after you catch the ball, your body's in motion, get a good solid base down. Your base is going to look like about hip width apart, and with your dominant shooting foot a little bit ahead of your other foot. So for Emma, you're a right-handed player. We got some dots on the floor here. You're going to have your left foot a little bit behind your right foot. And then if we had the clock and straight ahead at the hoop is 12 o'clock, we want your feet pointing towards about 11:30. So there's a very slight turn in there. And that helps with alignment of your shooting shoulder and your elbow. And then as far as your progression of how you get to this point, you can either catch the ball and go 1-2. So for a right-handed player, it'd be left foot, then right foot. Or you can catch and get to a hop. So you could go catch 1-2, or you can go catch hop with 2 feet at the same time. So let's see what that looks like here. There's a 1-2, good. Do another one of those, catch 1-2. Okay, now let's go to hop. Both feet at the same time. Good. All right, good. Okay, next step in the shooting process, we got to get the ball loaded or get to point A. I've seen some shooting coaches say, and I've also heard other shooting coaches say get to triple threat. And other coaches have talked about getting the ball into your shot pocket. The basic concept is, whatever terminology you're going to use, the concept is start your shot from the same position every single time you shoot it. Every single time you practice a shot, every time you shoot a shot in a game, start that shot from the exact same point in your body's motion. Okay, so for today's purposes, we're just going to call it the load. So we caught the ball out in front of us. We got our feet down into our 1-2 or hop position, and we should be ever so slightly turned. So this load position, very first thing, is going to be your knees need to be bent. Okay, you need to have those legs loaded and ready to push your body up. Okay, the next thing is we want to see your fingers on the ball with your thumb and your pinky as wide as possible, and your index finger and your middle finger are your strongest 2 fingers. Those need to be the primary energy source going into the ball on the way up. So those need to be in the center of the ball. If that hand is off to the side, you're going to have a tendency to flick your offhand thumb. So we want to make sure that we get the index finger and middle finger right in the center of the ball. Thumb and pinky nice and wide. Okay, also the ball needs to be on your fingertips. If you look at a basketball in your hands, you should be able to see through right here. The ball should be up on your finger pads and not flat on your palm. That is something that takes a little bit of time to develop. You get that ball on your fingertips, and that can start right away with the catch. Reach out, grab it, catch it on your fingertips. Try to get that shooting hand right comfortable on the ball during your catch. Okay, your offhand. You should have your offhand on the side of the ball. You do not want to have this offhand thumb really wide. If anything, it should be kind of tucked kind of in towards your index finger, so you don't have a tendency to propel the ball with your offhand thumb. You know, as far as alignment, what we want to do with our load is we want to make sure our shot line is proper here. Our shot line would be as if you took a picture of the shooter and you cut off half of that individual. You want to make sure that the ball is in line with this half of the shooter. Okay, a right-handed player's shot line is her right foot, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertips, and eye. That's going to be her shot line. So we don't want to start with the ball in the middle or worse yet over here. Okay, if you bring the ball close to your stomach, look what happens to the elbow. Elbow pops back and it pops out. So we want that ball in front of you. We want it the center of the ball in line with your shot line, which should be your knee and right through the center of your right eye. We want your elbow and your shoulder nicely aligned. And we are in a good, solid, loaded position with our knees bent, ready to swing our arms up and push up with our legs and get some good power into that basketball. All right, next step here, we got into the loaded position. It's time to shoot the basketball. So I just want to go over the next steps without the ball to help you see it a little bit better. So Emma, I'd like you to get into your catch. Let's just go 1, 2, and reach out, catch the ball, get into your loaded position, and stop right there. We'll talk from there. Go ahead. So left, right, ball's in your loaded position. Knees are bent. Your wrist is gently flexed back. Index finger and middle finger in the center of the ball. Your pinky and your thumb are as wide as possible. Offhand thumb is tucked and comfortably on the side, and the ball is located in your shot line. Okay, now the next step is we're ready to shoot. When it's time to shoot, you need 2 things to happen. One, you got to swing both arms and the ball up to start your shot motion and get everything moving upward. And then you also need to push your torso up with your legs and come out of that loaded position and start going upward. So now I want you to swing up and put your elbow on the rim for me and come up a little bit out of your stance. Go ahead and do that. Okay, right here, this is what we talk about pointing our elbow to the rim. If we put an arrow on her elbow right now, it's pointed at the rim. Shooting is an aiming sport. If you're going to throw darts, what are you going to do? You're going to turn sideways, you're going to point your elbow at the dartboard, and you're going to throw straight forward. A straight shot is a great shot in the game of basketball. So the best favor you can do for yourself is to make sure you try to have a nice aligned straight shot, and putting your elbow on the rim is a great start with all that. So we got our elbow up at the rim, and then the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to lift our elbow up. Use your shoulder to push your elbow upward, lift that ball up, and your wrist should be gently flexed backwards, ball's on your fingertips. As you push up with that elbow, start flicking that wrist, and then come down and meet your thumb with your index finger. Okay, so that would be your follow through, right? Your shooting hand follow through. Your elbow would lift up, flick, release the ball, and then your index finger comes down to meet your thumb. Your offhand, we want you to hold your offhand straight on with the rim like a karate chop while you're in the air. Stay balanced and shoot right out of that. And then as soon as you land, go ahead and let that offhand drop comfortably to the floor and hold your shooting hand up until a reasonable time. You know, if you maybe a 1/1000 afterwards. Okay, so let's do that without the ball real quick. Let's just go catch, 1, 2, load, and go up and shoot it and drop that offhand at the end. Okay, all right, good. Let's do it with a ball now. So we just got catch, 1, 2, catch, 1, 2, up and out. Catch, 1, 2, up, out. There's a lot of things going on here. I'll tell you, I never understood as a young basketball coach, I never understood how difficult it would be to teach a player how to shoot like the pros. When you watch people on TV or you hear certain things about basketball, you think, oh yeah, just do it this way. telling you, it's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of different details, and not everybody's built the same as far as athletes. Sometimes you've got the right alignment with your arms and elbows, and sometimes things are different. So, but the best thing you can do with anything that's difficult is break it down into individual steps. If you ever watch a player on TV shoot, if you look at them from the side, they shoot and they're at an angle like this. If you pause the television and slow-mo it, it's like, why are they on an angle? Watch Carmelo Anthony shoot the ball. Watch Damian Lillard shoot the ball up from the top of the key. They're at an angle, and that is like a biomechanical process of having the proper balance. And when they push out with the ball, their shoulders gently go back and their feet sweep forward. So I found the best thing you can do is just kind of break it down step by step and just try to get each element accurate. And you know, from there, you just kind of build on it. Shooting is not something that you learn how to perfect in a day, a week, a month, or even a year, to be honest with you. It takes years and years of trying to kind of work with your body, work with your mind as far as what it looks like today and what you're trying to have it look like. And you know, it's day by day, step by step, you make yourself a better basketball player, more valuable to your team if you can be a better shooter out there. So prime time, let's work together. Let's make shooting fun, and let's make yourself more valuable for your basketball team and go win some games. Thanks, Emma, for helping us out today. Let's go eat. All right, bye.